In the ever-changing world of investing, knowledge is like the ultimate money. To navigate the tricky stuff in financial markets and make smart choices, it's super important to dive into the wisdom shared by experienced folks. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 books that some of the most successful investors in the world think are awesome. These books cover all kinds of stuff, from the basics of how things work to why people do what they do with money. They can help you really get what's going on in the stock market and how to make solid investment decisions. Whether you're just starting out or you're already a pro at this investing thing, I totally recommend giving these books a look. They're jam-packed with seriously helpful ideas that can totally level up your investing skills and help you reach those money goals. Number 1. The Intelligent Investor. Benjamin Graham's book, The Intelligent Investor, is like a classic masterpiece that everyone who wants to invest should totally check out. Graham is often called the father of value investing, and in his book, he shares some seriously smart advice that still totally makes sense for people dealing with all things money. This book came out in 1949, and at its heart, it's all about the idea of value investing. Basically, it's about being smart and sensible with your investing game. Graham really wants you to do your homework and figure out the good deals that might not be obvious to everyone else. The big lesson from this book is telling apart real investing from just trying to guess where the market's going. Graham is all about taking your time, looking at the long haul, and not freaking out when the market gets all crazy. He's got this cool concept called the margin of safety, which means you should buy stocks for way cheaper than what they're actually worth to be safe. But wait, there's more. Graham's teachings aren't just about picking stocks. He's got some solid advice on handling risk, making sure your investments aren't all in one basket, and even how to keep your cool when things get tense. He wants you to be logical and not let your emotions drive your choices. The Intelligent Investor is like a treasure trove of timeless wisdom. It's all about being wise, having a plan, and knowing your stuff, whether you're new to this money game or you've been at it for a while. So if you're looking to navigate the world of money matters with some real smarts and success, this book's got your back. Number 2. The Little Book That Beats the Market. This is a really interesting read with tons of great insights for any investor out there. It's written by Joel Greenblatt, who's a big shot in the investing world and also teaches about it. In this book, he lays out a simple and easy-to-understand way to find success in the stock market. Basically, at the heart of the book, there's this strategy that Greenblatt calls the magic formula. It's all about spotting good companies that are selling for a steal, looking at how much money they're making compared to their price, and how well they're using their capital. Greenblatt explains it all step by step, so it makes sense even if you're new to this stuff. What's cool about this book is that it takes complicated ideas and makes them simple without dumbing them down. Greenblatt breaks down why the magic formula works, so you can figure out which stocks are worth picking based on their fundamentals. He really hammers home the idea that patient and smart investing beats trying to make quick cash. The Little Book That Beats the Market goes against the usual advice and pushes you to really think about your investments. It gives you a clear plan and helps you understand the stock market better. So whether you're a pro investor or just starting, this book could seriously up your money game. Number 3. Fooled by Randomness. A book that every investor should definitely check out dives deep into the fascinating world of chance and uncertainty that forms the foundation of financial markets. Written by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, this book offers some really deep insights into how us humans tend to find meaning and patterns in random events, which often leads us to make not-so-great investment choices. Taleb takes us on a journey through how luck and randomness are major players in financial outcomes. And this challenges the idea that being an expert guarantees success in investing. He really hammers home the point that we need to understand that we can't predict everything, and that thinking we can predict market movements is a risky business. The book makes it crystal clear that we need to be careful and skeptical when it comes to achieving financial success. Taleb's idea of black swan events, those super unlikely but impactful things, shows us how traditional investment strategies can really fall apart when faced with unexpected disruptions. Fooled by Randomness pushes investors to embrace humility and think critically. By recognizing that chance and randomness have a big role to play in financial markets. We can take a more careful and realistic approach to managing risks and making decisions. The book reminds us that being okay with not knowing everything and being ready to change our strategies when unexpected things happen are really important qualities for successful investors. In a world where financial systems are crazy complicated and markets can shift in unpredictable ways, Fooled by Randomness gives us a lot to think about. It can help guide investors to make smarter and more informed choices, which, in the end, boosts their chances of hitting those long-term financial goals. Number 4, the most important thing. So there's this book called The Most Important Thing, and it's all about the psychology behind investing. Basically, the main idea is that if you're into investing, the key is to really get how much you know and to control your feelings about it. The author Marks, who runs Oak Tree Capital Management, a big investment company, shares his thoughts on how to not mess up when investing and how to actually build a smart investment mix. The book is split into 3 parts. First, there's the perennial principles, where they talk about the basic timeless rules of investing. Marx says stuff like how the market always goes in cycles, how risk and reward are always buddies, and how the best investors are the ones who can wait and stick to their plans. Next up, we've got the psychology of investing. Here, Marx dives into the emotional side of investing. He explains how people often let fear and greed boss them around when they're investing, and that usually leads to bad choices. He's big on having a chill, long-term outlook and not trying to time the market. Finally, in building a portfolio, Marx dishes out some real-world advice on how to put together a smart investment mix. He's all about spreading your money around and not wasting it on unnecessary fees. He talks about the different types of assets you can invest in and how to divide them up in your portfolio. So, the most important thing is like a super helpful guide for all kinds of investors, whether you're a beginner or a pro. It's a really insightful book that gives you a roadmap for understanding how the market works and how to make solid investment choices. Number 5, Poor Charlie's Almanac. Munger has a ton of knowledge in lots of areas, not just investing. He's into psychology, economics, human behavior, and more. The book brings together Munger's talks, essays, and lectures, taking you on a deep dive into his smart ideas about making decisions, thinking logically, and getting ahead. The main idea of the book is all about how Munger thinks it's best to solve problems and make choices using a mix of knowledge from different fields. He's all about building a mental toolbox with stuff from lots of areas to help you make smart decisions in your personal and work life. Munger's funny, smart, and practical insights are woven into his principles, which makes the book really interesting. Poor Charlie's Almanac isn't just some guide for investors. It's like a roadmap for thinking about life in a thoughtful way. Munger's lessons go beyond just money stuff. He wants you to think critically, always keep learning, and be a good person. This book has lessons that are always useful and can help you make smart choices and do the right thing, whether you're dealing with money or anything else. In the world of investing and more, Poor Charlie's Almanac is like a treasure chest of ideas that can change how you see things and help you succeed. As you start your journey into investing, just remember that knowledge is like your best friend. The stuff you learn from these 5 books, covering everything from the basics to how people think, can really shape the way you look at investing and life in general. With these books by your side, you'll be way better prepared to handle the ever-changing world of investing. You'll not only see your investments grow, but you'll also understand all the complicated stuff about financial markets a whole lot better. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it informative and helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below.